Roger, Joe Unwin and her husband, the actor Kevin Eldon, to see how the viewers' phone opinion poll's going along.
We've had 1,234 phone calls. 20% said yes, 62% said yes, 18% said yes.
So it really could go anyway, guys.
Right, our interview guest today has appeared in the Friday Night Armistice programme. He's written for Brass Eye and for Alan Partridge. But he's probably best known for his appearances in the pot noodle adverts. It's Peter Baynham.
Hey, Peter Baynham. Hey, say it, Pete. Say it. No. Say the thing. No. Pot noodle, say it. No. Say the thing. No. Say it.
Make me do it.
Say the thing that we all want to hear, Pete. Say it.
What do you want to hear him say?
They don't know.
They know.
I'm better known for my appearances on Radio 4's The Harpoon.
You are known.
I am. Hello, The Harpoon.
Nothing. Do you actually...
Too gorgeous.
Hey! That's brilliant. That's the best thing you've ever
Right,
got.
off he goes then.
That is the best thing I've ever
Cheers.
done. Cheers, that's all right, yeah.
Like,
now, do I get money
do
for
you like
that?
pot noodles, though?
No.
Don't you?
I can say that because I'm not in the adverts anymore.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that.
On TV, though, you said you did.
Yeah, I know, I felt differently then. That was a year ago. There's a lot has changed since then.
Do you like the new adverts better than the... Have you seen the new pot noodle adverts? No, they haven't. That's how successful they've been. They're like the Shawshank Redemption.
They're terrible.
They're awful,
Yeah.
Anyway, have you got any behind-the-scenes secrets about how the pot noodle adverts were made, Pete?
Yes, they were made with sick. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, the ones you buy in the shops aren't got sick in them. It's just that I like. It's nothing weird or anything. It's just that I prefer the. I like the taste of sick.
Well,
sick.
Pete, we didn't bring you on here just to talk about pot noodles,
No,
Pete.
no.
We also want you to eat some of them. So there you go. Which is your favourite flavour?
This is a trick.
Have you seen pot mash?
Pot
Pete?
mash.
This is a
That's
new
a fantastic idea.
This is like mashed potato in a pot.
Yeah.
This is a new thing they thought up since Pete.
Are you going to eat that?
It's like potato, but worse.
Go on, eat it. Try one.
Right.
Go on, try one.
On
Go on,
Fist
I'll
of
taste
Fun,
some
you
of this.
played a kind of
This is
character who ate kind of really disgusting things.
Yeah,
didn't you?
and then for a change, I did the adverts, the pot noodle adverts. But
You saw it coming.
no, I don't really like talking about it because I became a bit of a monster during that time, really.
Right, why?
It was just, well, it's a crazy world, adverts, you know, because you get to know lots of other people in adverts. You know, I became very friendly with. Do you remember the Lund Polly advert? There was. Where there used to be two pillars, talking pillars, and one would say, get away. And then it would disappear and the thing would
Someone's
collapse.
just saying move on to another question in my
Okay.
ear. The thing I wanted to ask
friendly
you,
with one of those
to
guys.
ask you was, you know, you do Friday Night Armistice, yeah? The question I have is, how long does it take you and the rest of the team to apply the horrible prosthetic makeup that you wear?
It's about a day.
Is it?
A day, yeah.
Day's work.
How does it feel to be like the
Mine
best?
takes slightly less
How
than
did it
the
feel
other
to be
two.
the best-looking bloke on a TV programme?
Normally it would be great, but on the Friday Night Armistice it's just all right, I suppose.
And you've been writing for a cartoon as well. What's that about?
Yeah.
Quickly in
that's
10
called
seconds.
Okay, that's called Bob and Margaret, and it's about a dentist who's going through a midlife crisis.
We'll all watch
but
that.
He's a cartoon as well.
We'll have to leave Pete there. Thank you, everyone, to Peter. Too gorgeous.
Too gorgeous! Too gorgeous! Too gorgeous!
Men of Achievement 1974. This week's Man of Achievement 1974 is John Anderson, Professor of Mechanical Engineering at the University of Minnesota. In 1969, he organized the National Conference on Personal Rapid Transit, and he lists his hobbies as music, golf, and tennis. Men of Achievement 1974.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget you can still send in your own nomination for a Man of Achievement 1974, as long as your nomination is a man who achieved something in 1974 and then paid for himself to appear in this book, Men of Achievement 1974. Rich, I see you're sipping a tiny amount of milk out of a doll's cup.
That's what does do. Anything unusual
Cat
about
milk, is it?
No, it isn't cat milk. You get more milk than that out of a cat, wouldn't you, you idiot? This is mouse milk, Stu. Yeah. Just for a treat, you know.
It'd be difficult getting enough, you know, milk out of mice.
Well,
really.
that is the problem with milking mice, the quantity. I did once try to farm mice commercially for their milk once, but it didn't really work out. Lost a lot of money, because you herd a load of mice into a field, they just kind of escape under the hedges and stuff like that. And then when you get them into the milking place, the milking machines are too big. They're designed for cows, you know. So the mice kind of get sucked into them. You get a kind of milk.
Right. Sort of pepperami milk.
Yeah. But you know, you look at the little faces of those mice as they're flying up the tubes. It's It's almost as if they understand, Stu.
As if they understand what, Rich? That a man trying in vain to milk them has sent them to their deaths by sucking them up tubes designed to fit on cows' udders. They understand that?
I do wish you listened. I said almost again. You're sarcastic.
Do you think they understand more or less than the cats, the mice? What do you think there?
I think on an individual basis, less, but there are more mice, so the total level of understanding is probably equal.
Anyway, enough milk, Rich.
There's no such thing as enough milk, Stu.
There is enough.
There'll always be milk, Stu.
No,
People love milk, don't you?
I don't want to hear any more about milk.
You love it, don't you? You love milk. See, they love milk. So there's all kinds of milk. Pig's milk, leopard milk, koi poo milk, horse milk, otter milk, sloth milk, monkey milk.
I am Roger Crowley. Destruction follows me like a shadow. On Tuesday, I filled a parcel with maggots and posted it to the Prime Minister of Canada, whoever he is. Let the mayhem commence, I cried as I walked back from the postbox. By the time he opened it, the maggots would have hatched, and all the flies would burst out into his face, thus. On Thursday morning, my doorbell rang. The postman had a parcel for me. I tore it open before I had a chance to read the label. Insufficient postage returned to sender, and the flies swarmed into my house. My plan had failed. But imagine if I had succeeded. Imagine what those flies might have done. Oh yes, my friends, one day you will all see my power.
Rat milk, duck milk, platypus milk, weasel milk, there is...
Rich, stop going on about milk, for God's
There's
sake.
all kinds of milk,
Yeah, I know,
Stu.
you've just been listing milk for a minute and a half.
There'll always be milk, Stu.
Oh, and I'm just hearing in my ear that some of you may have lost transmission there again. I'm sorry. We'll try and sort that out for next week. You missed Rich's milk list there.
That's not worry, I can do it again,
No,
Stu.
there's no
cow milk, dog milk, winky milk,
In the meantime,
Stu, there's...
let's go over to Jo Unwin and her husband, the actor Kevin Eldon, to find out some of the things you can get up to this week in the listings. Thanks,
fellas. Thanks. Well, her mouth is cocked and loaded with words, so when you're ready, Jo... Fire!
The Unusual Cottage Cheese Shop is having an opening ceremony this week in London's Covent Garden. Lionel Cosgrave of Acton's Unusual Cottage Cheese proved so popular with friends and neighbours that he hopes to produce it on a commercial scale. The cheese is made to a secret formula and costs £500 for a small punnet. But Lionel explains that because he's only able to produce half a teaspoonful of the cheese a day, Lionel says, my unusual cottage cheese is full of vitamins and is suitable for vegetarians, unless they're very strict.
That sounds absolutely delicious, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the Admiral Insurance Awards for Unfulfilled Promise will be held in Glasgow on Sunday. It will be hosted by Ross Thingy, who used to be in EastEnders, but left to find more challenging work and ended up playing a Scottish Admiral Nelson on a low-budget insurance advert before being sacked. Nominees include Paul Squire, Rednecks, Colley Kibber, the 18th century poet laureate, and Leon Herring of This Morning with Richard, Not Judy. Well done, boys. Good luck with that one, lads.
And that's all the events for this week.
Hey, guys, I was just thinking, shame old Tony Blair's wasn't nominated for that Unfulfilled Promise Award, you know. He's not really lived up to expectations, has he?
Well, you've only been in the job for about 6 months. A bit early to judge, isn't it?
Yeah, but, yeah.
But what?
Well, you know, I think he's done all right, given, you know, the time and everything.
Yeah,
So what is it? Do you think he's lived up to expectations or not? I don't understand.
Is it too early to judge?
Too early to judge or what?
yeah, it's too early.
What did you say?
I said it's too early. Are you happy? Come on.